Tyrell, disappointing outcome. Your offense made a lot of plays, a lot of yards today. You kicked a field goal in overtime to give yourself a chance to win. Just tell us your overall assessment of the game, if you would.
We made too many mistakes as an entire team, and we're going to be working this week on fixing those mistakes.
And you had the great touchdown play with Cade, 42 yards in the fourth quarter to tie the game up 35-all. Tell us how that play set up, if you would.
It's just a simple Cade. The O-line, held their blocks long enough. Cade threw a perfect ball, and it's just my turn to do my job at that point.
And Tyre had a big play. You become a big play offense. You had the 77-yard pass play to start the game, first touchdown to Ajon Marshall. What did that play look like?
It was very complicated. I went in motion, safety came with me and left the middle of the field wide open. Ajon did what he knows how to do best, catch and run, and took it to the house.
Got to ask you about what happened on take us through what happened on the kickoff or the punt that you got your hand on.
Oh yeah, just personally, I just made a mistake of judgment. The sun was beaming, but I tried to move out the way, and it hit me in the leg, and that's what happened.
I didn't even realize the sun was a factor on the play. This is also a final question, a little bit about Jacoby Buchanan's day. He converted the 2 fourth downs for touchdowns. You really could count on him when you needed him to make the short yardage plays. Tell us about Jacoby. What's it like to have him in the backfield making those plays?
Well, that's very exciting. He's a hard worker, and in those short yardage plays, he's telling the defense that we're coming at him, and that's really funny if you ask me. But it's exciting playing with him and being able to block for him.
Thanks, Tyrell.
Thank you, sir.
Anything on Zoom?
Tyrell.
Sure.
Ken McMillan with the record.
How you doing, sir?
All
right.
Don't worry. Just look straight.
What was the mood when the Texas San Antonio kicker missed the field goal at the end of regulation?
Definitely a sigh of relief and another chance to win the ball game, and that's what everybody was ready to do, win the ball game, and we just came up a little short.
I know you mentioned mistakes earlier, but it just seems it's a little more difficult so far this year for Army to sustain a long offensive drive. Your thoughts?
I know we could put one together. We just haven't had a chance to do so yet, and you'll see one. We put together a couple so far, but we haven't had many chances because we've been making big plays, like people like Ajon Marshall, Raheem Murphy, quarterbacks, long balls and all that stuff. So I think we haven't had the chance to yet.
And lastly, obviously, coaches mentioned a lot of mistakes on assignments and execution and all. Can you put a finger on what it is? Is it just that it's early in the season? Is it a new lineup? Is it inexperience? What can you put a finger on?
I just think we need to come back and practice and work harder. We're gonna watch film and see what happened, and I think we just need to work harder and be ready for our next game.
How hard is it to dig out of a 0-2 hole this year?
It's gonna be real hard, but these guys are the best people to do it with.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.